How's it going, everyone? Today we're gonna be talking about, is the anniversary update right around the corner? And I mean like tonight. It could be possible, guys. So we're almost to the first anniversary of Naruto x Boruto Ninja Tribes, which was at the beginning of March. I'm hoping for a couple things, and that's what I also want to talk about in this video. But the reason that we could end up getting something big is because the update is actually earlier than it normally is. We usually don't have the maintenance this early, so the fact that it is means, hey, maybe something could be around the corner, especially because, like I said, we're literally right at the turn for the 1-year anniversary of this game. So hopefully it'll be something like that, but it could very well be nothing, so we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm hoping that they're gonna introduce some new things. So one thing that I feel like is very important is the fact that a lot of people are saying, like, you can't even play tribes, like this game isn't available everywhere, which is a really weird move in my opinion, especially because Crunchyroll like supports this game. Like with Naruto Blazing, that game was extremely popular, you can play it anywhere in the whole world. But the thing is that it was kind of like not a very advertised game. Like, you didn't really see advertisements for Naruto Blazing. You didn't see Crunchyroll of all things tweeting about it or anything like that. Like, this game has that publicity, and you would expect it to be available everywhere. This game has Crunchyroll always tweeting about it. You have them on YouTube talking about it. There's even ads that they've made for the game, like new trailers for the game and everything. So you would think with all that, how could they have this game not be available everywhere in the world? So hopefully for the first year they open it up. That's ridiculous as not. There's already like not as much of a player base as Blazing, I would say. There's no way that there is, because Blazing, even on YouTube alone, had such a big presence that Tribes doesn't really have that. It really doesn't have that. Aside from the companies like Crunchyroll and stuff making videos or something like that, that's about it. But when it comes down to it, this game needs a lot of things. They need new game modes for one thing. Like, I think that the style of this game is kind of what is gonna screw it over, because like from the ground up it was made to be a single tap kind of thing. So the gameplay in itself is already like that. I'll be honest, I'm not so sure what type of game modes they could add that would go ahead and change that, because the biggest flaw that a lot of people are talking about is that this game has no type of replayability, really. You just log in, you skip through every mission, you just do your dailies and you summon, and that's all there is. And honestly, it does suck. The most that you can use your new units for are Laboratory of the Abyss, or the other one that gives you the extra fragments, which I like the other one more personally, and that's a really good way to go ahead and get it. But what also sucks about that is if you don't pull the unit as soon as he comes out, you're gonna have a very low chance of being able to get extra fragments for him, unless you wait for the future to go ahead and pull extra of that, which is not the best thing. But these missions are really good. But again, the gameplay from the ground up is already single tap. Now the summons aren't that bad, to be honest. Like, I think that the way that these work are pretty cool, especially with the extra fragments. I did my first ever one, if you guys want to check that out, with Obito and Hanzo. That was alright. But these banners are really free to play, so there's that. But even these banners, what I think the really cool thing about Tribes is that every banner has every single unit. So if you miss a unit, yes, the pool gets bigger and bigger and you have a lower chance, but at the same time you have a chance to pull the unit every single time. So there is technically that. The free banner over here, getting a free everyday single, it's not the worst thing in the world. And also, like, the only thing I would say is that they need to add more step up banners, but for as long as the banners stay around for, like, they're pretty quick banners, they come out pretty quickly, they don't stay for too long. I can see why it's like that, but like at the same time, step up banners would be great. We had a step up at the New Year's Festival, we've had step ups in the past. Those are really good banners. I'm hoping Anniversary is going to have at least one. I wouldn't be surprised if they made the actual Anniversary banner step up though, because they usually don't do that with main banners, they do that with reoccurring banners that come at certain times. But if we get step ups, that would be a very good thing to go ahead. These type of banners over here though with tickets, those are good. Like, I think these are really good, and they're probably going to give us some tickets during the anniversary, if I'm being real with you. So there's that. You have the guarantee UR summon ticket, you have the guaranteed SR plus summon ticket. So there's that. That's pretty nice too. That goes away in 4 days, so hopefully we'll get another one when Annie starts. So there's that. But we could already go ahead and get some of the leaks tomorrow for Anniversary. That would be really good, so we can know what to expect. But other than that, as far as summons go, I feel like summons are done pretty well in this game. The different animations, everything like that, that's done very well. The biggest thing is just that there's nothing to really do in this game. You log in, you do missions. That's like, look, literally this is like my daily every day. You just log in, you play missions, and I don't think that having skips are a bad thing, because other games have it, Grand Cross has it, Blazing even had it at the end. But when that's like the only thing that you can do in this game, it's like what's the point of doing anything else? And there's not. So they need to have some other type of game mode. I think that the way the alliance works are really cool. I personally don't take part in that much because I don't focus on that stuff. You have to be very coordinated with that for sure. And that's one of the big things about this game, is that you can coordinate with your alliance or your team or what have you, and you can be able to take care of that. But we need more events, like raids. Like, this raid is cool, but you can't even finish the raid sometimes. Like, if you're on a raid like this, you just do damage and then you just do damage. Like, you don't complete a raid. We need raids similar to other games where you can actually go through and complete them. I think Tower of Eternity is pretty cool. It's like a Phantom Castle kind of vibe where you go through the waves. But I personally don't enjoy it that much. Joint exercises are cool, but I feel like they need to expand upon it, because like, they're really good for getting fragments, but you can only do 3 and it takes you so long. Like, within a year's time, I have yet to get much value from this. The fragments are very helpful, but like the amount of times that you can do it, the amount of times that characters come back around, like, it's not very practical in my opinion. Like, they need to either give you more or something like that. It's just, to me, it's just not. And the PvP especially, dude, like, PvP is one of the biggest crutches of this game in my opinion. It's not even PvP. It's not. You can't take part in it. You set your team up and then they fight for you. That's it. That's not PvP, dude. That's not. So like, they need to just give us something new. But the biggest problem is that, like I said, like, Tribes was built up from the beginning to be this type of style. So if people don't like it, I'm not sure that that's going to be something that changes, but they definitely need to open the floodgates so we have more people coming. I feel like missions aren't that bad. These, like, that's kind of okay, to be honest, if it wants to be like that. But the thing that sucks is that getting to the new missions, leveling up, things like that, it does take some time for you. You mostly just gotta grind. Like, you get to a point where you're like at mine for every day. Like, you get to do these missions for a little bit, but then you get to a point for like weeks upon weeks where you're just grinding every day, like I just did, just to get XP to go on more. Like, that's not fun. That's not fun. It's like little bursts of fun here and there, and that's not a good thing for a game. So I just hope for first anniversary, man, they turn some things around, or they just introduce some more mechanics. But even then, if that's just my take on it, and some people enjoy this, but I see a lot of people that just don't enjoy the gameplay of this game, and they're right. There's nothing to really do. You summon, you pull the unit, and then that's that. Like, what are you gonna use it on? You use them on the other game modes, but a lot of people just feel like it's just the same thing. And I feel you with that. So hopefully with tonight coming, we'll get some leaks for the new units, because I am hyped about that. That's one of the best things they do about this game, is hyping you up with the units, the amazing artwork, things of that nature. But I'm hyped to see what it is that we get. Hopefully they'll also give us like some new items in the shop, something that we can go ahead and use for our characters, because there's still a lot of ways that you can't get things for free necessarily. Like, there's still a lot of scarce materials that you can only get certain times. Maybe they could add new ways to go ahead and get those, something like that. But for now, that's gonna take care of it. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me know if you guys are hyped for the anniversary. I'm really hoping that they give us a really cool unit. I already made a video talking about what I want, but to be honest, it could be anything. It could be Madara for all we know. That would be amazing. But for right now, we're just gonna see what tonight brings, and hopefully it's something hype. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.